So it's no surprise to us that Padme died on Polis Massa at the hands of Anakin's turn to the dark side, and with it, her will to live. Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Bail Organa all knew the truth.
The truth.
The truth.
However, the galaxy surely didn't know the Clone Wars hero, the poster boy of the Jedi, Anakin Skywalker, was married to Padme and choked her using the Force, killing her and their child along the way. According to the Empire, Anakin died in the temple that night, the night of Order 66, and Bail Organa was obligated to pretend to be pro-Empire, at the cost of his family's safety if he ever made a notion otherwise. While Obi-Wan and Yoda watched from Bail's Starcruiser, as mentioned in this passage from Revenge of the Sith, we can see just how afraid Obi-Wan and Yoda were from being caught. Here is the scene that I'm going to read now.
To Naboo, send her body.
Yoda stretched his head high, as though tasting a current in the Force.
Pregnant, she must still appear, hidden, safe. The children must be kept. Foundation of the new Jedi Order. They will be.
Obi-Wan and Yoda watched the funeral from Bail Organa's Starcruiser. It was as close as they dared to come. The Emperor's attention would surely be fixed on the funeral, and they would not take the risk of being found. So, if you were from Naboo, it was considered bad luck if anyone asked the reason for the death of whoever's funeral they attended. That's why so many turned a blind eye to it. However, the rumors were passed from Padme's parents, who were the only ones that were told of the cause of death, and even that was a lie. The answer can actually be found here in this small, not so easy to find section of the visual guide, which tells us that Padme's parents Rui and Sola, along with her sister Jobal and Queen Apilana, are told that Padme was killed by the Jedi on Coruscant. No mention is made of Padme's pregnancy or where R2-D2 and C-3PO are, for that matter. An investigation into who fathered the children would also go against the Naboo tradition. This was all part of Palpatine's continuous plan to make the Jedi look as evil as possible.
Do it.
Now, if you weren't from Naboo, you were obviously wondering what happened to Queen Amidala, to the now Senator Padmé Amidala. And of course, word got out through rumors that the Jedi killed her, along with turning on Palpatine and disfiguring his face. The Legends novel Dark Lord: The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader goes into detail about Senator Organa's possible betrayal, which always surprised me why Palpatine didn't investigate him further. I'm going to read it now. However, it doesn't have to do much with this video, but it does give you a little bit more info, which I always like to provide. Holocams at the temple or in the former Republic Plaza might easily have captured his speeder, and those images could have found their way to Palpatine or his security advisors. Word might have leaked that Bail was the person who had arranged for Padme to be delivered to Naboo for the funeral. If Palpatine had apprised of that fact, he might begin to wonder if Obi-Wan, having carried Padme from distant Mustafar, had informed Bail about Palpatine's secret identity, or about the horrors committed on Coruscant by Anakin, renamed Darth Vader by the Sith Lord, whom Obi-Wan had left for dead on the volcanic world. And then Palpatine might begin to wonder if Padme's child or children had in fact died with her. So, for some added info, at this point until later, Palpatine didn't even know who knew about Anakin's betrayal, and if the children were even dead or not. He merely hoped no one knew about Darth Vader's true identity. As if the public knew, there would be great distrust and confusion for the Emperor to work with the murderous Jedi, which was completely the opposite of the image he was trying to go for. Do you think Padme would have continued to fight against the Empire if she were still alive? Or would she retire from politics and live on Naboo with Anakin and their children? Or, perhaps, Anakin was destined to chase power.
You turned her against me!
Thanks so much for watching today's episode, everyone. I really appreciate it. Make sure to follow me on the Facebook page and look out for the website's new quiz about the prequel trilogy coming just in a few days. I'll see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
The Force will be with you. Always.